Hi guys, let's further our discussion with the conditionals in Python programming. We almost always need the ability to check conditions and change the behavior of the program accordingly to write useful programs. Conditionals, sometimes also called the selection statements, give us this ability. The simplest form of selection is the if statement. This is sometimes referred to as unary selection. Now what does that mean? So, it is used to execute a block of code only if a certain condition is true. Let's understand it from an example. First, take user input of any integer value to variable x. Now, say we want to check if the number is greater than 5 or not. So, here we wish to check a condition. Then we write it as, if x greater than 5, return, yes, x is greater than 5. Notice that there is no otherwise condition about what to do when x is not greater than 5. In that case simply, the condition will be false and therefore, the lines of code within this if statement will not be executed. Let's first take a value of 3. We see that nothing happens here. Whereas, now if we take a value of 6, it returns that 6 is greater than 5. In this case, when the condition evaluates to true, the statements are executed. Otherwise, the flow of execution continues to the statement after the body of the if statement. This is simple enough, right? We can now further our conditions. For example, if we also wish to return a statement in case of x being less than 5. So, we can include the else statement, and in that case it becomes binary selection, since it has two possible paths of execution. Let's look at an example. Let's rewrite our previous code and then update it. Here, we include the else statement, which should return no, x is less than 5. Now, if we input 3, this time the else condition is valid, so the code within this will be executed, returning that no, x is less than 5. Alright, now what happens if we have multiple conditions? Suppose we are asked to create the variable x and assign it some integer, so that at the end of the code, the output will be a string, great, if it is anything above 50. Along with the conditions that if it is less than 20, output should be fair. And, for 20 to 50, it should return good. So here, we have three conditions with the variable value, less than 20, from 20 to 50, and above 50. Let's write the code for it. Now let's take three values, 10, 30, and 51 and see if it's working right. So, as of yet, we looked at three different cases of conditionals. Now think of the cases where occurrence of an event conditions on another. For example, you will stay at home if it rains tomorrow. Here your decision of going out tomorrow conditions on the possibility of rain. Likewise, let's take two variables now and try to compare them. In this code, we have compared the variables x and y with 3 conditions. However, the second if statement will be executed in case when the else statement of first conditional is evaluated as true, and these are called the nested conditionals. Nested conditionals in Python involve using one or more if, and else statements inside another. This allows us to create more complex decision trees. With that, we can conclude our discussion on the conditionals. Don't forget to practice more cases on conditionals. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.